Shalom from Israel. I'm Hanani Naftali with the latest update from the Middle East. Let me ask you something. How long can Israel tolerate Hezbollah's terror before we finally put an end to it? The IDF is gearing up for what could be the Third Lebanon War. And I have a strong feeling Hezbollah won't survive this one. It's about time we finish what they started. Let's get it straight. The IDF isn't playing games anymore. Following a security assessment, the decision was made to remobilize 2 reserve brigades to the north. The Chief of Staff made it very clear when he said, "We are not stopping." The Air Force is pounding Hezbollah all day long, and we're preparing for a ground operation if that's what it takes. Hezbollah wants war? Well, they're about to get one. And this one, Israel won't hold back. We've had enough of Hezbollah's threats and rocket fire. Hezbollah has been launching rockets not just at the north, but also at Tel Aviv, Zichron Yaakov, and other cities further south. Israel doesn't get scared. We get prepared. We've already hit over 280 rocket launch sites, destroyed 60 Hezbollah intelligence targets, and bombed their weapons depots into oblivion. Hezbollah is getting a taste of what real force looks like. And trust me, they're feeling it. When you deal with bullies, you don't try to tuck them down. You hit them back twice as hard. That's the only language Hezbollah understands. And it's time for Israel to speak louder and clear. Now, some people out there are saying maybe Israel should go easy, maybe diplomacy will work. Yeah, sure. Let's have a nice cup of tea with a terror group that's sworn to destroy us. Give me a break. Hezbollah doesn't want peace. They want destruction. You can't negotiate with terrorists, and you definitely can't trust them. The only thing Hezbollah respects is strength, and Israel is about to show them just how strong we are. But before we continue, if you want to support Israel during this difficult hour, support local businesses, then be sure to visit theisraelstore.com. Every purchase helps fight back against BDS and anti-Israel haters. IDF commanders have been instructing their troops that they need to be ready to invade Lebanon. And they're right. We've already evacuated 60,000 of our northern residents. These people have been out of their homes for nearly a year because of the threat from Hezbollah. How much longer are we supposed to put up with this? The IDF isn't preparing to send a message, quote unquote. It's prepared to solve the problem once and for all. Hezbollah crossed every red line. They're firing rockets at Israel and they think they're gonna get away with this. Not this time. This is about protecting Israel's civilians, making sure that no terrorist, no matter how well armed or backed by Iran, can threaten our cities. And I don't care what anyone says. If Hezbollah wants to escalate, then Israel should finish the job. We did it with Hamas in Gaza, and we're about to do it in Lebanon. And talking about diplomacy with Hezbollah is like, trying to convince a snake not to bite. You don't negotiate with terror. You destroy it. That's the difference between Israel and the rest of the world. We don't apologize for defending ourselves. And here's another thing. Western countries are telling Israel to hold off on a ground invasion. They're hoping for some miracle, diplomatically. Well, they're not the ones under fire, are they? Look, I respect our allies, but at the end of the day, they don't have rockets landing in their backyard. They're not dealing with a terror group that's trying to wipe them off the map. Israel is. And that's why we'll do whatever it takes to protect our land. Former IDF intelligence chief Amos Yadlin said that we should use air power to wear down Hezbollah for 2 weeks before sending in ground forces. Maybe that'll work, but let me be clear. Airstrikes are only half the job. We need to go in and make sure that Hezbollah is crippled, their command centers, their rocket launch sites, their leaders. Everything needs to be taken out. This isn't about pushing Hezbollah back. It's about breaking their ability to ever attack us again. By the way, while we're on the topic of Israel's defenses, let's give a shout out to the David Sling system. This missile defense system intercepted a Hezbollah rocket aimed at Tel Aviv just today. It's a reminder that while we're ready to hit Hezbollah hard, we're also ready to defend ourselves. Whether it's the Iron Dome, David Sling, or the Arrow system, Israel has layers of protection that most countries only dream of. But again, it doesn't solve the root of the problem. Rockets are not the main problem. The ones sending them are the main problem. Every time Hezbollah tries to hit us, we shoot down their missiles before they could ever even get close. And you know what? That frustrates them. Well, let them be frustrated. That's a difference between being tough and being smart. And Israel is both. We defend our people while destroying our enemy's ability to harm us. Now, let me address the elephant in the room, of course, the idea of a Third Lebanon War. Some people hear that and think, oh no, not another war. But let me tell you something. This war isn't just possible, it's necessary. Hezbollah is a problem on our northern border. Like any problem, you don't just wait and hope it goes away. You cut it out. If we want lasting peace in the north, we need to make sure Hezbollah can't terrorize us ever again. That means doing the hard work now, so we can have real security later. Some are hoping Hezbollah will back down. Maybe they'll come to their senses and realize they can't win. But if they don't, if they keep launching rockets, then Israel needs to bring them to their knees. And here's the truth. Hezbollah is scared. They've lost key commanders. Their intelligence network is in shambles. And their rockets are being destroyed before they can even launch them. Their leader, Hassan Nasrallah, is hiding in his bunker like a rat. And he knows the IDF is coming for him next. Let's not forget that Hezbollah is not just some random terror group. They're backed by Iran. That means every rocket they fire, every attack they launch is part of Iran's larger plan to dominate the Middle East. Iran wants to use Hezbollah to weaken Israel. Well, guess what? We see right through that plan, and we're not going to let it happen. Israel isn't just defending itself from Hezbollah. We're sending a message to Tehran. Your terror proxies will never defeat us. I'm reminded with everything that we see of this Bible verse in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. Israel has faced many enemies before, and we will face them again. But we will never be defeated. God stands with Israel, and no weapon formed against us will succeed. So, what's next? Well, the IDF is prepared for any scenario, even the scenario of entering Lebanon with ground forces. Whether Hezbollah backs down or not, we are ready to defend our people and our land. And let me tell you, when Israel says never again, we mean it. Hezbollah made their move, and now it's Israel's turn. The next few days and weeks will determine if this war happens. We are already at war, but the question is this going to be what the scale of this war is going to look like? But in any case, Israel is ready. If you want to stay updated on what happens next, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also join my Telegram channel. I'll keep you informed every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and as always, Israel stands